Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share something deeply personal, something I've been struggling with for over 10 years, masturbation. For a long time it felt like this habit had a grip on my life. I've made countless attempts to quit, and I'd always end up falling back into the cycle. But this year something changed. I got serious, not just about quitting, but about addressing the root of the issue. I turned to prayer, built a plan, and committed to stopping for good. Now here I am, 100 days later. It's been 100 days since I last gave in to this habit, and in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened to my body, my mind, and my life during this time. My hope is that by sharing my journey, it can help or inspire anyone out there who might be struggling with the same thing. Let's start with the why. Why did I even want to quit in the first place? Over the years, I started to notice how much this habit was affecting me. Not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. I often felt drained, like I didn't have the energy to take on the day. My focus was inconsistent, my motivation would come and go, and there was this lingering guilt that would always follow. Deep down, I knew this habit was holding me back from becoming the best version of myself, but I felt stuck. I had made so many past attempts to quit. Sometimes I'd make it a few days, maybe a week, but I'd always end up going back. It felt like no matter how hard I tried, I didn't have the strength to stick with it. That's when I decided to approach it differently. This time, I didn't just rely on willpower. I leaned on prayer and focused on building discipline in other areas of my life. It wasn't easy, especially in the beginning, but over time, I started to notice some major changes. One of the first things I noticed was a huge improvement in my energy levels. Before, I'd wake up feeling groggy and tired more often than not. But after just a few weeks of stopping, I began to feel more refreshed when I woke up in the morning. My energy throughout the day felt more consistent. There was no midday slump, no constant need for coffee or sugar to keep me going. It was like my body was finally able to reset itself. Another big change was in my focus and productivity. I used to struggle to stay concentrated for long periods of time. My mind would wander, and I'd procrastinate on important tasks. But during these 100 days, I found that my ability to focus improved dramatically. I could sit down, work on a task, and actually finish it without constantly feeling the urge to check my phone or get distracted. I felt like I had more mental clarity than I'd had in years. And let's talk about confidence, because that's been a game changer. For so long, I felt like I was stuck in a habit that I couldn't control, and that took a toll on my self-esteem. But as the days went by and I stuck to my commitment, I started to feel proud of myself. I felt more in control of my actions and decisions, and that sense of discipline carried over into other areas of my life too. I started working out more consistently, eating healthier, and staying on top of my goals. Physically, there were also some changes I didn't expect. My skin started to look clearer and healthier. I've read that hormonal balance can play a role in skin health, so maybe there's something to that. My sleep also improved. Before, I'd often struggle to fall asleep or wake up in the middle of the night. But during these 100 days, my sleep became deeper and more restful. But the emotional and spiritual changes were just as significant, if not more. For one, I started feeling more connected to people. When I was caught in the habit, I often felt isolated, like I was retreating into myself. But as I stopped, I became more present in my relationships. I was more engaged in conversations. I listened better, and I felt more open and connected to the people around me. Spiritually, this journey was transformative. Prayer was a huge part of this process for me. It became my anchor when things got difficult. Through prayer, I found a sense of peace and strength that I hadn't experienced before. It reminded me that I didn't have to face this struggle alone, and it gave me the resilience to keep going, even on the hardest days. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was easy, because it wasn't. The first couple of weeks were the hardest. The cravings were intense, and there were moments when I felt like giving up. What helped me was having a plan. I started replacing the habit with healthier activities, like going for a run, reading, journaling, or even just picking up the phone and calling a friend to talk. There were also moments when I struggled mentally, not physically, but mentally. I'd catch myself thinking about it and feel frustrated that those thoughts were still there. But I learned something important through those moments. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to stay committed and keep moving forward. Each time I chose not to give in, it was a victory, and those small wins added up over time. So what did I learn from this journey? First, I learned that discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Quitting wasn't just about stopping a habit. It was about building self-control and learning to live with intention. Second, I learned the importance of replacing bad habits with good ones. It's not enough to just stop doing something. You have to fill that space with something positive. For me, that meant focusing on my health, my goals, and my faith. Finally, I learned that real change takes time, but it's worth it. I feel like a completely different person than I was 100 days ago. I feel stronger, more confident, and more in control of my life. If you're struggling with this, or any habit you want to break, I want you to know that it's possible. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Start small, take it one day at a time, and don't be afraid to ask for help, whether that's from a friend, a mentor, or through prayer. Thank you for watching and letting me share this personal journey with you. If this video resonated with you, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences. And if you're on your own journey, know that I'm rooting for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need it. Here's to growth, discipline, and becoming the best version of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.